Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. What I'm going to show you on this video today is how to play an advanced circular breathing technique that helps keep you in breath all the time, so you never run out of breath, and so whatever rhythm you're doing, you can just keep going. I'm going to explain position of the tongue, and I'm going to also explain what you do with your diaphragm. So I'll show you on this this didgeridoo that I made here. It's a scale slider here. So this is the sound on the didge. So this technique that I'm going to show you is use of the tongue. You can circular breathe on it, and it is basically like a drum rhythm, so you can follow any rhythm, any rhythm of your choice. You could follow, say you're jamming with some friends, and you've got some drums around you and everything, and you want to follow their rhythm. Well, whatever rhythm they're doing, you can follow it. Or make up a rhythm in your head. Dum da dum dum dum. And you can stay in breath constantly, and that's all to do with the position of your tongue and where that is in your mouth. For this technique, your tongue has to be on the roof of your mouth, yeah? So as you're that is basically when the tongue is hitting the roof of the mouth, that's when you're taking your sniff in, and that is circular breathing anyway. But with what you're doing with your tongue and your lips, you're kind of you're pursing your lips. That's the sound you're making, and your tongue is bouncing off at the same time you're making the sound. So when your tongue's hitting the roof, that allows you to take a sniff in. So if you practice that with your tongue without the didge, so a short rhythm or whatever you get in your head, and practice breathing in at the same time as you're making the voice noise with the tongue. So what that does, that accentuates whatever you put down there. So it could be whatever shrill you're doing. So yeah, it's kind of like a bit like spitting it out, but spitting the noise out, and it's accentuating every shrill that you do. So here we go. Have a look closer at my lips. diaphragm's doing, that can accentuate the sound even further. It's important to use, don't forget about your diaphragm, because that is your breathing. Yeah. So this tongue position, it's being aware of where your tongue is all the time, and if you're circular breathe, then if you can circular breathe without the use of your tongue. So that's without the use of the tongue, but being aware that your tongue is floating. Also important to maintain pressure is be aware of what your cheeks are doing. So if you push your cheeks out fully and extended, that helps maintain a constant drone, even without the use of your tongue. With your cheeks inflated fully on the didge, that you can do then fast circular breathing without the use of your tongue. So that's just diaphragmic breathing with cheeks inflated, and I'm not out of breath as you can see. So that's one technique, and then this is the other technique. Hear the difference? That's with the drum sound bouncing off the roof of my mouth on the palate, on top of the palate, and this is the diaphragmic. Now tongue. Accentuating, can you hear it accentuating the vocal without tongue. Now back to tongue. So if you find you're running out of breath, it means you haven't got your cheeks inflated enough. And sometimes if you've got your cheeks overinflated, then just reduce. The tongue is where you do your transition between a drone and toot. So if you've got your tongue bouncing around on the roof of your mouth already with that drum sound, that's very close to the toot. So you can go in and out of the drum and then in and out of the toot really easy because it's bouncing up. It you just tighten up a little bit more if you know how to toot, that is. So your tongue's already there, ready for your first toot. So see how easy that felt, really easy with pronouncing all those drones and then going in and out of the toot. with where your lips are, but with this. When you start playing the didgeridoo, it's important that you get the perfect embouchure. So if the sound isn't coming out right, in the morning you can forget what you've done the night before. So just play around your lips, getting, pursing them, putting them in different positions until you get that, you first get that perfect drone sound. When you first put your lips in, think lips, blowing through small hole, think tongue, where's your tongue, think cheeks, tongue, lips, where are they? Yeah, okay, and off you go. And always warm up simply. Yeah, don't complicate things at first. Yeah, warm up simply, and then as you get going, you can start pushing it further. So yeah, warm up simply. Yeah, think simple, just to warm up. Three things to remember: position of your tongue, bouncing off. First, most important thing is your embouchure. Your embouchure has to be perfect in there. When you first go in, get the drone right. Second thing, cheeks, position of your cheeks inflated. Third thing, diaphragm. Pushing your diaphragm in is going to accentuate your vocals and accentuate your rhythm every time. The harder you push it in, the louder the sound is going to come out the didge. Play around with your lips. I find for a perfect crisp drone, I slightly purse my bottom lip in further than my top, and I find that I'm blowing through a very small hole, smallest possible. That gives me a nice crisp drone. When you're on the mouthpiece, play around with it until you've got the perfect seal. So warm up slowly and remember those 4 things. Okay, position of your lips in the mouthpiece. I protrude my bottom lip slightly in front. Your cheeks inflated. When you're doing the drone, the percussive drumming with your tongue, bouncing off the palate of your mouth. Okay. Depending on the back pressure of the didgeridoo, you might have to alter the position of your tongue on the palate of your mouth. So you experiment from going up and down. And the further you go back, the further it changes. Everybody's mouth is slightly different, so your tweaking is something that you have to do for yourself. When you think all of these things, when you think tongue, cheeks, mouth position, diaphragm, you're creating the ultimate pressure on the didgeridoo, so you'll never run out of breath. But what can happen is too much pressure. If you've got your cheeks too inflated, or you haven't quite got your lips right, so you have to relax, come back, relax, back off. Don't inflate your cheeks so much, just tweak things until you've got the perfect drone. Because too much pressure on the didge, it can distort what you're playing, okay, and you don't want that. Most important of all, relax, okay, keep a nice up, straight right posture, yeah, neck upright, lips, tongue, cheeks, diaphragm. Think mouth position, cheeks, where's your tongue, diaphragm. With all these things, once you've completed all of these, you'll never stall, and you'll never be out of breath, and you'll be able to play as fast as you like, and you'll be fine. Combine all these techniques together, and you've got the ultimate circular breathing technique. nailed. Every time I play, I do this, I warm up, think about what I'm doing with these things, yeah, these 4 things. It's been really exciting for me since I've learnt this technique. It's really boosted my play to another level. I'm learning more and more new things now about my play and where it can go. Learn these techniques and your play will be boosted to the next level. You know, you'll be able to follow any rhythm, didge, all types of speed, and these are amazing techniques, and they're well worth spending the time to learn.